Hey guys, what's up? It's Chip with another video. In this one, I'll be playing Prophet. I played this game earlier today. It was a pretty fun game. Let me just do it times 2 for a while. So Prophet is decent in lobbies where you have a good player, because you can make them like twice as good. You can give them Chrono and a place to eco. But so if you make a good player twice as good, then that's really good. But if you make a bad player twice as good, that doesn't really help much. So it's a lot better in games where you have a good player with you, or just in good lobbies in general. And you can't really solo carry with the class too, so that's another reason why you want to make sure there's a good player. So you kind of just want to simp for them. Like Prophet Spirit is a really good combo, because I can give him a vision ward, so now the spirit doesn't need to stay near his outpost. Here I'm farming just a little bit of gas. Yeah. One thing you can do is if the class you're simping doesn't need vision wards, you can kind of just follow the hunter around until like minute 9 or so, until he gets hydras. And this is funny because he was chasing QQL down here, and then he blinks to a path that's like untargetable or unpathable. So he blinked down here where he's completely safe, and so he cancels his medevac because he doesn't read it right now. It was just kind of funny. He was trying to leave. Yeah, so he's completely safe down there until like hydras. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have died to any spine volley at level 2 anyways. Okay. So yeah, I'm just giving the spirit some vision wards. Save him some money. Another nice thing about having good players in your lobby is that you can actually get money after your extraction wards, and your chrono is actually good, and they'll have an army, so like explosive wards actually useful. Like it's just not something you do in a random pub usually, but this was a random pub, but there were some decent players in there. So yeah, I'm just creating vision wards. I should have my Prophet targeted. I should be creating more vision wards than I am now. I'm kind of making a mistake by just having full energy. Just putting random vision wards all around the map is good. So Prophet buildings aren't cloaked at the start of the game anymore, so you actually have to manually cloak them for 5 gas. I don't know if I have any buildings yet. I will in a second though. I'm just gonna times 4 this for a little bit. So I put my extraction words down here. So yeah, it starts out uncloaked, and then you cloak it for 5 gas. This is where you get your weapon and armor. And yeah, I'm just gonna spend my first 20 gas cloaking. And I'm denying a little bit of creep. I just got +1 armor there. That's why I chose to harass at that time. Right, and those buildings are cloaked, so I'm hoping that it lasts for a while there. After my first initial cloak buildings, my next priority is just explosive wards. So here I'm just creating a... Here I'm trying to get a little bit of tech up. I probably should have gotten it earlier, like here and here, but whatever. Kind of just trolling now, but that is like 1k damage. That's pretty good. I should be doing a better job placing down vision wards when I get the time. So yeah, now I'm simping here. Prophet's probably the only class where you don't need to continuously eco, because as long as you eco later in the game, it's fine. It's not like I'm losing out on all this time ecoing. As long as other players are ecoing, it's fine. And I'll steal their money later. You don't actually steal money as profit, you just get a percentage of what they do in addition to what they have. So right now, I'm just trying to put explosive wards at every spirit outpost. I probably should have tried to rush that earlier, because this is where profit becomes really strong, especially once you get upgrades. See, like, not only did I get gas there, but that outpost is still living, so it's a win-win situation. So I deny feed. Spirit gets more gas, I get more gas. It's just really good. So one thing now I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get near Kraith and just building explosive wards near him. So that way when he sends limb balls at stuff, I will be able to explosive ward. Here I'm just trying to protect the Stukov a little bit. See, those lanes that are following him, I can kill all those lanes. It makes him a lot safer. And he has vision of the hunter, so he can play Ring Around the Rosie, sneak behind him. It allows people to play a lot safer. So I build this explosive ward before he gets there, but he actually ends up going here. I'm on ×2, by the way, too, so. He killed the ward first. But I can still go behind, and it also forces the hunter kind of in the Hydra tech, just to get them off you. And then you can kill the Hydras with explosive ward. So it's really strong to just harass the hunter all day. And yeah, Prophet's best in games where there's just a ton of outposts. Here I'm just kind of trying to protect the outpost. Yep, he comes there. I get to kill all the lanes. I get tons of gas. So, oh, I didn't mention this earlier, but the first upgrade I got in the game was the energy upgrade. Then I've been getting some life and armor upgrades. I mean, yeah, life and damage upgrades. Mostly life. I don't really need too much damage upgrades. I'm painting salvage. Me having vision of the hunter at all times of the game too makes our team a lot safer. That's like another pro of Prophet. So it allows players who are good to do a lot better too. And I keep needing to mute my mic because I'm sick. Or I was sick 4 weeks ago. And I have the cough still. Okay. So now I'm going back to this deck. I'm going to cloak this building ASAP. That's my plan. Yep. It's kind of frustrating though. So yeah, now I'm spawning this building. I'm going to cloak it. But I figure out I need power to cloak it. So I have to kill this lane, then create a pylon. It's a little complicated. Okay. I also, at this point, I probably should have created the Prophecy Archives so I could get the last upgrade in explosive words. I have the first two, which give me like cheaper and quicker cooldown. Okay, I do actually create it there. Okay, good. So I'm going to be rushing that explosive word upgrade. After explosive word upgrades, the next upgrade you want is to get the Chrono building and all the Chrono upgrades, and then the Vision ward. And if you really want, you can also get like the Eco upgrade and what was over here. I forget. Oh, I think it was energy, because I was having energy problems. But I should be spamming more Vision wards than I am now. More explosive wards. Like if I was playing this better, I would have a lot more wards and everything. Here I am like, I'm not killing these fast enough, so I get damage upgrades to kill the chair 2 faster. So you kind of got to play based on what the Zerg is doing. And if you've noticed, in the last like 1.5 minutes where I was preventing Krafe from killing the outpost quickly, like it took him like 2 or 3 times longer to kill these outposts than normally would. We got a ton of map control during that time. So that's really nice about Prophet. So I'm at 2-2 right now. And I got the last explosive word upgrade. One of the good reasons. So another reason why you want to be in a good lobby when you play Prophet is it forces the hunter to make more units so you can get more gas. And they actually have outposts so you can get more gas. Because if you're in a bad lobby with Prophet, you're going to be mineral starved and gas starved, and you're not going to have fun at all. And it's probably the worst class to be playing in the lobby like that. So, yeah, I'm just trying to mass vision upgrades. I just got the vision upgrade. Gives a ton of vision. I love it. So now I'm just trying to mass vision and explosive. I wish I got to this base before Krafe. That was a huge mistake on my part. But I'm prioritizing the supply, aka his overlords, because that will limit how much army he can have here. So that's kind of my thinking with killing these overlords instead of killing the lanes. So yeah, so I'm prioritizing these overlords whenever I can get to them. Thankfully he moves it into my there. But yeah, I'm doing great on gas at this point. Oh, I should probably get just faster during bases. Also, it forces them into Brutas, which are not the best tech. And Prophet can counter Brutas with Vortex later on, which honestly I could probably have. Let me see. I would need to buy Chrono building, which is obviously really good. And then this. Like, I could have that in like 10 gas. I should have rushed it way quicker this game. That was a mistake on my part. Because what are the strongest aspects of Prophet? First one would be Chrono Ward. Second one would be Explosive Ward. Third would probably be Vortex. And then like fourth would be Vision Ward. Then fifth would probably be like your auto attack. But that changes based on what you're playing against. Like auto attack is better than versus Pigless than Explosive Ward is. So yeah, I'm just, even though he kind of killed his base, it took him a lot longer than normally would. With me killing his army a lot. Oh, I can do this in a replay. That is really cool. So sorry I haven't had this earlier. I'm kind of just creating explosive words here. This is like my first Prophet game in like a year, so I'm a little bit rusty. That's why I don't have the Chrono building up and the Vortex building up. I should have had those up way earlier and then start going towards the Chrono upgrades. That's where Prophet just becomes insane. Because let's see, the base Chrono is 20%, but then you can upgrade it to be like, is it 35% stronger or something? So it's like 30% better eco. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but that means like, what is it? After like 2.5 minutes or so, people would have twice the amount of eco they normally would. That's so good. So yeah, if by killing all these lanes and hydras, these Brutas are not much of a threat. They're having to kill the zealots one by one. So I feel like that explosive word is really impactful. Even though most of the gas goes to Slendus. Yeah, like, this is not a threat. Earlier it kind of was. And yeah, so I'm just trying to create some explosive words. But I want to be careful not to die from Brutas. So I have 3 armor right now. Also, one of the things, if I had the Chrono building upgrade quicker, The Chrono building has an upgrade to make wards quicker, which is like super good. It would allow me to play the game a lot better. So I'm just trying to annoy him. Everywhere he goes, I'm trying to be just a little bit ahead with explosive wards ready. And then vision ward has to have his range. So we have vision. And I just have gas for days. I could get anything I want right now. But this fight has been pretty continuous, so I haven't been doing it. I could auto attack these Thomps, and that would be a good idea now that he's the other way, but yeah. I'm just trying to delay the hunter wherever he goes. And if the hunter ever gets ahead of me, that's a good opportunity for, like if he goes up here, then I can create cloak buildings here. Right behind him, so he would have to do like a full map rotation before he sees it again, probably. So yeah, even though Prophet seems like a easy class to play, it can actually be pretty complicated with all the explosive wards to play properly. Because if you have like 20 explosive wards on the map all over, you really need to see where the hunter is and where lane balls are and react appropriately to save outposts. And yeah. So, yeah, here we go. I don't know what I got. I just decided to get a lot more upgrades. I should have gotten earlier. But I'm a nooba. So, didn't. And in the meantime, we've been harassing creep on other sides of the map, so that's good too. Explosive word to kill everything. But yeah. So, ×2. Especially later in the game, you want to make sure there's some distance between your pylon and your cloak buildings because lanes will have vision upgrade, so they would see the pylon behind the buildings, and then there'd be no point in having cloak deco. I was trying to get him to move the marines away, but I guess he just put them all in the medevac. And yeah, so Chrono ward increased by 50%. Yeah, so that makes it 30%. Really good. And then this reduces the construction time for all wards and structures, which is really nice too. Makes the game a lot more playable. So yeah, I give this guy a Chrono word. Chrono words here. Vision extraction words. I could have done this way earlier in the game though, like at the 20-minute mark. So that's a huge mistake on my part. Also, people always use Chrono words for eco, but it also works on towers, which is really good too. So if you put a few of those Chrono wards on towers, and you're basically paying for yourself as a class, taking up a class spot with Chrono wards alone. And then like explosive words are really good too, plus vision words and stasis words, and starting to play really good. Revelation also lasts forever. It's super strong if you put it on a hunter, because then everyone knows where the hunter is for the rest of the game. So I should have been doing that too. So yeah, I mean, like, this game was not perfect by any means. I'll admit that. I should have had way more vision wards, earlier explosive words, earlier Chrono word, earlier vortex. I should have been doing revelation on the hunter more. But yeah, as the game goes on, I get better. So yeah, I'm just trying to use my words as much as possible. explosive vision and chrono everywhere I can see. So yeah, I see him up here. So I decided to go up top right. And yeah, my job is to make the hunter take twice as long to rotate around the map, which helps the whole team out. And force him to come with his actual hunter instead of using just units. I think Chrono Word actually makes you sorry. It makes you salvage faster too. So your teammates are safer as well. But yeah, Prophet is really good with like Spirit, especially in the early game where they need vision wards, and later in the game where you can protect all their outposts with explosive wards, and in the base, like just Chrono explosive wards are really good too. Also good with other classes that don't normally have vision with flashlights, like Stukov, for example. Stukov's not the best example though, because he uses hero to farm gas in the beginning. So yeah, just killing as much as I can here. Farming good amount of levels. I'm level 11 now. I was like thinking, oh, do I have any explosive words down here? No, I don't. Some salty. And I wish I just built a. I wish I just spent like 5 seconds to build a vortex button there. So I have vortex for this fight. Like I could have had vortex like 15 minutes ago. That's a big mistake on my part. Because if I vortex half the army, suddenly it's much more manageable to clear. But my explosive words have been pretty good. And I've noticed he's not using a lot of Brutas to prevent me from moving. Which means if I get damage upgrades, I can kill the Somps pretty well. Prophet scales really well with levels as well, so levels plus damage upgrades means you can start 1 or 2 shine Somps. Well, 2 shine Somps. Get explosive words. Around here I start realizing like I could just stasis these Corruptors, and then that would allow me to stay in the fight. Because I don't really want to waste explosive words on the Corruptors when it doesn't have any kill potential on the Spirit Towers. That'd be pretty selfish just to kill the Corruptors from me, just so I can move there a little bit quicker when I don't need to be there. So yeah, I noticed the Spirit's over in the bot right, so I joined him. And yeah, especially with once I got those Chrono Word building upgrades, I was really able to start spamming out these wards, which is really good. And thankfully G-Cloud here was like creating spaces. You'll see. Like he creates RAM spaces. Here. He creates RAM spaces here, which allows me to put wards there. So I can put like Chrono wards and explosive wards, and it's just really good for both of us. So yeah, I can just stasis. I can explosive word. So they only really killed like 2 or 3 turrets there. And then, yeah, I'm able to kill that. I killed a Somp. So now there's only just a little lanes. Yeah, in the meantime, we've had a lot of other players just around the map harassing creep. You can see here. So that's why Isha. That's why it's only Great attacking, not Isha. And also, ADM is a pretty good player too. He's the Kraith. Do I finally get the Chrono? Like, I don't... Yeah, I just don't play Prophet a lot. I'm kind of cringing at myself that I don't have this antimatter facility when I'm floating 1360 gas. Prophet mostly is gas starved, not mineral starved. Yeah, one Brutus should not be threatening me.
You can't build there.
I feel like I do so much that fight by killing all the lanes, so the towers can affect the Somps and Brutas. And then I will get like 40 gas, and the Spirit will get like 250 gas. It doesn't feel very equal in terms of impact. So yeah, I'm able to kill all the corruptors there. Man, I just wish I had Vortex. I feel so dumb. You can definitely tell that I'm improving with Prophet as this game goes on. Because I was kind of slowed to my tech. And yeah, I'm trying to realize whenever there's corruptors, I can just stasis ward them and then continue on with dealing with this army. Yep, so I build here. Finally, now I have all the vortex and everything. Also, Revelations on the Hunter would have been good. Yeah. Like, all of Prophet's abilities are pretty good. It's just about using everything to its maximum. Not the best. Like, I do so much damage right now. I can kill Somps pretty quickly. I did this way too early. It'd been nice to explosive word that, all that. So my future explosive words aren't, after the stasis word, they're a lot better. This stasis word cooldown is pretty short. I could probably do it like every team fight. And you can just spawn a stasis word like right on top of them, and it goes through. It's kind of funny because the late game is almost easier to play than the mid game, where you need like full map awareness on your explosive words that are like 20 different outposts. But late game, I can kind of just watch the army and see if I have any. I can just like box for any explosive words I might have. The shield batteries are helping me out too. Yeah, in the meantime, just Stukov is all over creep. Doing a pretty good job harassing. When I have this much gas, it doesn't even matter. If I lose the Chrono building, which I just did. As you can see, like I only have 180 kills in my profit, but I have 2.3k gas there. That's almost all from explosive words. So a lot of your killing potential comes with the explosive words until you get level 4 damage upgrades. I think I get them pretty soon. I'm still level 2. I've been prioritizing everything else besides damage upgrades. This is pretty funny because it might not be right now. I cast Revelation there, and they're all starting to slowly die. And I was confused, and it's because the towers are attacking. It's kind of funny because I was in Discord wondering why my Revelation was doing damage. I'm really curious how this game would have looked if I played it better with earlier tech. Just refining my tech tree and spamming more wards all around the map. Like my stuff should really not be on cooldown. I was glad the champion was able to join us. I think that stasis word was actually a mistake, because they would have died before this army came. This would have been a good time to do explosive word. The explosive word lasts so long though. 30 seconds? Wow. It's on 15-second cooldown. Because I should have spammed more stasis wards throughout the fight, because then the stasis wards would stasis the lanes, the stomps would run on alone and die, and then I could explosive ward these lanes later, and it just would have been pretty troll. So this time I'm like, I'm gonna do the vortex better. Yeah, you can just wait till right now. It's a lot better. And with more damage upgrades, I'm at level 3, not level 4. I'm doing almost 2,000 damage, which is like 4k DPS. Pretty good. Yeah, I can cast Revelation to make sure I always know where they are, even though they're exposed in the base anyways. Yep, so here I just got level 4. Let's see how much damage I'm doing when it goes up. Yep, alright, so it's almost 4k. I'm 60 damage away from doing 4k damage per hit. Although I feel like my weapon speed is now slower. Wasn't it minus 0.5 or something the last time I checked? Yeah, minus. Oh, it's because I'm in a Chrono ward. I keep going in and out of Chrono wards. That's why. Okay. See, Chrono ward OP. They can make all these heroes way more stronger. So I'm just adding explosive words everywhere. And yeah, this felt pretty hopeless like 30 minutes ago. But we've just been able to continuously run around the map, be strong, and I stick to simping the spirit as long as possible. Just because I like the prophet spirit synergy. Also, one mistake that people make with Prophet a lot is that past the 18-minute mark or so, they'll harass creep. And defenders at the 18-minute mark, even if you have 4 armor as Prophet, they can kill you in like half a second if they can get the 3rd range upgrade and maybe spawn a Bruta. You are not safe on creep as Prophet unless it's like the very beginning of the game. And it's not a Fagor, because Fagor can bring you from the air to the ground, which will instantly kill you. So yeah, at the very start of the game, maybe if you have like some early armor upgrades, it's fine. But usually you're just better off harassing the hunter, because he can't attack air. So you could kill all the units around him. And if your team is massing outposts, that can be really strong. So yeah. And Cryptors aren't that much of a threat to me. As you saw, like I took a lot of free hits there. And then I heal up pretty quickly. See, I'm just trying to spam all my words out as much as possible. I have Chrono words almost everywhere, so it feels like it can be kind of hard. Oh, it also makes people move faster too in the Chrono words, so it can like even save people's lives sometimes too. Or you could put like a Team Nova inside a Chrono ward, so now they're doing 30% more damage. It's just so strong. The moment you get Chrono ward, you're instantly like the most impactful player on the map if you're spamming it all over. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just went to snipe Wraith. I did a lot of damage. 4k per hit. And then we were talking about this after actually. He said he could have killed me with Spike Hide, which is not true at all. So I was level 20. I forgot to mention that. Over 4k damage per hit. I noticed he was nearby, so I just went for the kill when I saw him. So anyways, this ability, level 4 Spike Tide, it says heroic units take 300% more damage, but it only does 65 damage. So what is that? That's 195 damage per hit. So if I kill him he has 12k HP, which means it would take me 3 hits. And I would be doing, we'll round it up to 200. We'll say I take 600 damage, but I have about 1700 life. So it would not have killed me. But Spike Tide is super strong. Sorry, the cough there. And mute my mic. it's super strong against fast attacking heroes like Team Nova, where if they attack you like 10 times in 1 second, they can instantly just kill themselves almost. And Sergeant Hammer is another example. Stuff like that. They can just kill themselves so quickly. Yeah, so it was a fun game. I hope you guys learned some stuff about Prophet and like see the potential of like how Vortex and Explosive Ward can be good, and how much vision wards give, how much vision wards give, which is a lot. Like, and it just stays up the whole map. Makes the game a lot more predictable. Chrono wards are amazing. Just all these towers and ecos are way stronger because of it. Stasis ward is really good too. And it forces, when you're against a Prophet, it forces them in a really weird comp, because he did not need these corruptors for any spirit towers or anything like that. The Brutus were useless too. And I can like vortex them or stasis them while I kill everything else. And 4k damage per hit. That almost kills a Somp in 1 hit. So yeah. It's a pretty strong class if you're in a good lobby. But if you're in a bad lobby, you won't have any money, so it's useless. Alright, GG's. Bye.